down to the YJ. I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as that second half was on Train, for an example. I'm expecting this to be a bit of a close series. I'm expecting it to be a brawl. And look, for RBG, it's sort of this is their best chance to try and get some points in the group stage. So they've got to bring absolutely everything to the table. And for Team 1, it's just about playing their own game.
Into the CT start for Team 1. No kits in. Utility for Jumanchu going to get used early as they play off towards the outside control. Nuke taking an early tag, but getting the opening kill. Hex still trade. Jumanchu follows suit. Hex now down towards the help position. Going to start splitting in from the ramp control. Pesadelo is basically sandwiched in. A war on two fronts for him. And he'll play out towards Dark to try and flank it, but the bomb makes its way back towards A, as you're right.
Yeah, they sold a really big rotation to that lower bomb site and now start to split in from Heaven and through main, but the bomb gets dropped from PRT, but he needs a little bit of support from Pesa. He's out towards Ramp, he can't find anything, still trying to tap away. It's the Glocks in the end that are going to be able to find the last kill. RBG pulling a world of distractions there in the pistol. They took the bomb in towards Secret. We saw Hex aggressing out from that hell position. They ended up taking Ramp. It looked like for sure they were going to that lower bomb site, splitting from Ramp and Secret. They then go back to the upper bomb side. They have some even nicer jewels. That was a very, very nice tactical round there from RBG.
And that's the start that they needed as well here on the T side. A good pistol, a good start, a good follow-through round as well with the AKs, the Galils, and the UMPs coming in, the MAC-10s as well to try and overwhelm the players that don't have head. Kevlar against the Eagles as well for the Team 1 side, although I say that, and Morbs has found the opener. Now, we've seen a number of good Deagle plays so far in this series. Will it end up to being another? They've dropped the bomb in the lobby position. Going to get picked up by Walker, rotated out towards outside. He's got the AK on his back, and Maluki has been spotted here. A 5-on-4 game by Team 1. RBG need to recover this.
Oh, they've got to check this position. Pesta, one kill, bomb gets dropped. Can he find any more? He's going to make it too, Jay. He's on for a third at this point. He's got no teammates to back him up. Finally, the rotations are starting to come through. It's all down to Wiz and Pony. They're in a 2 versus 4. What a shutdown outside.
That's a big, big loss for RBG. Just not checking their corners again, allowing that outside control for the CT side, thinking they can walk out, but they get punished for that line of angle. Wiz a 1v4, and what was the best start they could have found here on the pistol is now going to turn to the worst follow-up. 1-all for Team 1. They're chiming right back in, much like Train.
Oh, God, don't tell me it's going to happen again, Jay. Don't tell me we're going to go back to the scrappiness of Force Spies. Pesa just does so much work, and he stayed alive for so long that it actually allowed the players to try and back him up outside. RBG have to force. They're on double eco status. What can they find? I think going outside may be a bit of an issue. They need to be able to tighten their offensive there.
Very quickly into the secret control. Damage done to Wiz to start things off. Incendiaries from Pesadelo. And nades up to try to do some damage. Wiz going to burn at 8 HP as he forces his way forward ahead of the Molotov. The flames will not stop with the T side here. The smoke down. Probably to get a bomb plant in the midst of it. Got 2 CTs to hold off and get that down. That'll be a decent pick up for the very least in terms of the money game. And indeed, they do get it with 2 picks back from Pony and Hex. Pony will burn to Maluki. USB comes out. Hex drops it to a 2 versus 2.
What?
And Wiz gets Barton as well. PRT suddenly standing alone. Head being seen out. Tech-9 taps can't come through. And PRT gets a trade back looking for his second kill. He will recover this round for Team 1. But RBG got quite a lot out of a bomb plant. 4 kills. They might force up again.
Oh, they're definitely going to force up again. This is a perfect opportunity to reset the economy from your opposition. Bomb plant, 4 kills. Surely they're going to try and at least find a response. They saw how successful they were in that last round with the Force. No, they're not going to go for it, Jay. They're just going to eco. I'm kind of surprised about this. And Team 1, though, I mean, they might think they're up against a Force, but they're going to be up against a really weak eco, just a P250 and a little bit of utility.
PRT open things up against Wiz, the Molotov out towards the squeak door. Kill from Barton towards Hex. Got around the corner, dealt with by Pesadelo. Marbles against Walco. And Pony left alone in a 1 versus 5. So no investment here from the T side. They will lose the round as a result of it, predominantly as well. And for the round that corner, get that third to the board of the CT camp. RBG, definitely not in a position they wanted to be up here. But now the Rifles to try to turn the situation around again, very similar to how things went down over on Train.
Now get the Rifles in. They've got to slow down this momentum, though. They need to be able to respond with a round of themselves. The last thing they want to do, Jay, is just bring a streak of rounds to Team 1 because, yeah, that second half of Train, it looked ugly. And that could be what's on the cards if they don't find this response on this gun round. Early utility to the upper bomb site. Looks like they're setting up utility like they're going for a rush, but it might be a double pump setup, Jay.
Utility in, trying to get themselves out towards the A site. T side players out towards the squeak door. PRT, few frags to find. Pesadelo gets those on the AK here towards the upper rafters, and a rush out from RBG. Just giving up all the frags. This is destination for Team 1. And PRT will close out the last of Waldo. All 5 alive, the CT side. Dominant on this start here.
Now, on a map like Nuke, Jay, when you're going for an upper hit, like, you just need to be making sure that you're finding those entries immediately. If you don't find those entries on first contact, you're just going to lose the round because you're going to get overwhelmed. And we saw for RBG, the first wave of utility came in, they triple nade stacked the heart position, and no one was there for Team 1, so they couldn't find an opening man advantage. The second wave of utility came through, and the entries were so late. At least in contacts, Mobs is going to be able to get at least a couple of kills. Does get overwhelmed. That's an opportunity now to take some ramp control towards lower.
More the Rifles cleaning things up. Hexton Wiz to standing. Bomb plant should be secured here towards the old Toxic position. Open for old Toxic at least, so they get a bomb plant bonus, at least some money going the way of the RBG side, but this eco is getting cleaned up pretty effectively by those Rifles. 2 kills for Mobs on the SMG will get them some bonus cash. 3 AK stay in for the CT side. 5-1 RBG. I think they're now on max loss bonus. Yeah, 5 rounds in a row, isn't it? They got the pistol and lost the conversion, so AK's coming in, AWPs can get brought down, and they need to get a rifle round in. They cannot afford. I know I say get the first like hard half out of the way on the T side, but they need to at least have some sort of basis to work off of.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what I'd really like to see from RBG is maybe just seeing if they can take a little bit more outside control, whether they go for some cross smokes, maybe get a player into garage, you know, try and see if you can force anything off the rotations, because really we've seen upper hits. We haven't seen a vent dive coming through. Not a lot of ramp controls come out either from the Ts. Big nade onto PRT towards the back of T-Red. So that's a great start from the Ts. But lining themselves up outside, maybe some utility to follow. Team 1 are playing a dual setup outside, though.
Great damage to punish the player playing aggressive towards red box. There will be no T-side players to punish and take the frag overall. No T-side players to face, for that matter, actually. They're just held towards the passive outside positions and inside over towards the lobby position. Second player effects to make his way in. Barton, look at how far pushed up he is. They have no idea. That's a kill. That's the bomb drop as well. Second player in the face. Second spray does not get landed. Jamanchu at least finds the trade, but 4v4, he's heavily tagged up here.
It's an important trade, but Maluki, we saw that he was trying to get aggressive. It doesn't look like he wants a full extension of trying to clear out lobby, but he still has a very aggressive angle with this AWP. RBG, they need to deal with this AWP. They need to be able to, because Wiz is going to drop this bomb. He's going to have no idea. That's the bomb drop for a second time, Jay.
More time being stalled for as the Molotov goes down. It's in the area, I guess you could say. Pony does catch Maluki off guard. Jumanji will get traded. Mob swings back for 2 frags. Walko left alone 1 versus 3 PRT. There with the final kill of the round, 6-1 on the CT board. And well, I had hope to get things started off for RBG. A tactical will be called. They need to find a response here, and they're just not finding anything at all.
Yeah, they're really not, are they? Like, you think about the last 7 rounds we've seen and how many opportunities RBG have of actually closing out the round. There hasn't really been too many. Team 1 have looked really rock solid. They've got aggressive outside. They've taken map control away. You even saw Barton, how aggressive he pushed forward into that hut position, drops that bomb. Then Maluki sort of 15, 20 seconds later, he then starts to regress, catches off Wiz. RBG just can't touch a break at the moment. But they need to get some rounds up on the board. The economy's starting to build on this CT side. You've got 2 players, 10k plus. It's going to take a lot of work to really weaken the economy from Team 1.
Fades up.
Vent dive.
Manju making his way out. Vent dive is correct, but the Molotov comes in and does towards that vent area. He's on 15 HP, barely escapes with his life. That's what that lower control at the very least can work and try to draw their attention towards the B site. They don't know how much damage they've done just yet. Morbs is watching the observation window as a result. Walker trying to wrap back outside with some attention drawn towards the B site. They're going to lean in towards Secret here.
A smart molly there from Team 1. As soon as they get the idea that it could be a vent dive, they put it down, and it means Jumanchu is incredibly low. Now, there really isn't that much of a defense towards this lower bomb site. Molbs is the only player that rotated in from ramp. You've got Alert from Wilco outside, seeing if he can catch off any of the rotators. But this is really going to be a 5-on-5 retake by the looks of things.
On plant down, they've got a HP advantage, and now a man advantage as Walco does fall. The lurker, I believe, upstairs outside, yeah, made his way in towards main and got shut down by the AWP. Now Morbs looking into the back line, has taken some damage. Oh, he landed the headshot. Okay, that's fair. I didn't even catch it. I didn't even know there was a player back there at that moment. Now 3 versus 4 now. Pony trading. Morbs trades it back with a secondary kill. Incendiary is up. Jumanchu left alone, getting 1 frag in this one, but 15 HP. They're on the defuse. He's covered off by teammates. Bartim will close the round. 7-1 up for Team 1.
And at what point, Jay, do you just think that this is like a far-gone conclusion? Like, yeah, for RBG, they've been able to get bomb plant, so they, with the loss bonus and the extra $800 of a bomb plant, they're going to be able to keep buying. But, like, you get to a stage where you just think, man, like, surely there's no chance for a comeback. What a beautiful retake coming out from Team 1. Even Molbs just sort of sticking that bomb, knowing that his teammates are going to be able to defend. I'm getting worried. And I probably have been for the last couple of rounds, to be fair.
I think RBG need to go to backup plans at this stage.
Plan C.
Try and focus mostly... Yeah, at this point, now there probably would be a plan C. You know, try and focus mostly on getting the, you know, the 4 rounds. So I know you mentioned 6 rounds would be a good half in general. That's a pretty good half for T-side as an average. But when you're on the back foot, RBG need to focus fire on just those handful of opportunities they get. One of which will be in this next round. There is a rifle buy coming through. Jumanchu's already bought the AK. AWP could get bought by Pony to drop off towards Wiz. You can also buy a glass cannon if he decides to go for that. I don't think that's an advisable move, though. Rifles across the other 2 as well. So RBG, of course, still working with that max loss bonus, the bomb plant bonus as well. I mean, the money's still in a decent spot thanks to the closer tier of the rounds that they've got so far, but it's just closing them out against Team 1. And again, it's the same issue we've seen on the T side over on Train as well.
Yeah, look, T sides have been rough. I kind of want to say on Train and Nuke so far. And look, for RBG, it's like, right, how deep's the strat book? You know, how much more are we going to see from them in terms of versatility, in terms of a change-up? You know, is it that Team 1 just need to start making some mistakes to allow a bit of a way back in? I mean, really, outside of that 1 round that we saw Barton push Hart and Maluki push ramp, we haven't really seen Team 1 get aggressive. They've actually been pretty passive on the CT side. They've been playing towards outside, maybe garage, T-Red main. Nothing has been pressed forward to sort of take some early gunfights. 7-1 up. Team 1, they're in a perfect position. They're in a, like... you could not be in a better position than where you are now, especially on a 3rd map of a series.
Small tech pause coming in for RBG, I'd imagine. I mean, Team 1 have already got their buy defined. T still yet to invest, so I can only I wonder what's going on at the moment here. Hopefully we'll get some information very soon so we can share it with you all. But yeah, the T side are still on a very significant back foot at this stage, and The circumstances are still not looking good for them, and you know we've seen a lot of problems for RBG. You know, over the course of this series, when it comes to the defensive, when it comes to dealing with anti-ecos, when it comes to offensive, sometimes, and definitely over in that last map, the T side was a really big problem for them. So, like, you know, given what we've seen so far in the last 8 rounds or so, you know, what do you think RBG need to change to get some immediate results on the board to start get some immediate rounds?
I think they need more lurking plays, honestly. I think that they've been very readable on the T side. We saw that one round that Jumanchu went down through the vents. Yeah, he got Molly down to 15 HP, but it was a lurk play. And I think that's maybe something that they can support more. I think that they're underutilizing the outside presence. The only times we've seen them go outside is like one quick wraparound from main and mainly secret. We haven't really seen no plays into garage. I think we've seen one round of, may have even been the pistol where like Hexed pushed aggressively into lockers to try and get some hell control. Outside of that, we really haven't seen them utilizing a lot of outside. And certainly on a map like Nuke, when you're taking a lot of map control, it plays in a lot of mind games for Team 1 and about rotations and what have you. So yeah, that would be my sort of 2 cents on that, Jay.
Well, RBG need to make some adjustments regardless of what your 2 cents is, what their 2 cents is. As we look to try and resolve this tech issue, that's going to be the main thing at the moment for them. We're going to go to a short break, so there seems to be a little bit more of a problem than what we expected. So we'll come back in a short few, and when we are ready to come back, we'll bring you the rest of our third map between Team 1 and RBG. We're back after our tech pause. Hopefully it's all resolved on the RBG side. Still 7-1 up for Team 1. RBG have taken that moment's respite, potentially with a refreshed mind as well. AWPs and AKs in. They're going to need to get something on the board soon here, Dweg. They cannot afford a 14-1, which is very possible at this stage.
It certainly is if things like this continue. RBG putting some early nades into that upper bomb site. Molbs being the ramp player. Pesa actually is attention being drawn away to maybe go into that lower bomb side. They're giving a lot of outside control to RBG actually.
Looking on to the back line here, the outer yard position. RBG tentatively peeking in, but Team 1 not giving up any information. No forward faces. The AWP is actually back behind glass, so it's even more difficult to spot. It will get popped open by smoke, so they can cross effectively without that AWP facing in. They're not even going to cross, actually. They're going to extend so far as to go to heaven. Two players popping out. Maluki there with that one frag. Molbs will get traded, and Bo needs to get this headshot. Nice sequence in from RBG. Much more confident by comparison to their previous round. And now entering in towards the A site. He's going to be able to get Presidero. Turn around towards Barton in the back lines. 2 kills for that AK. Hex will trade it. And PRT moving in from Hart is now in a 1 versus 2. Bomb plant can be secure, but Hex has got the plant safe.
And planting open for actually the squeaky player. PRT's been seen, and I think he knows where both of the players are. He's trying to bait the outside player into swinging out, but instead he's going to swing onto the bomb planter itself. That's hexed into the site. He needs some support from his teammate. PRT is just running around, trying to see if he can find it. Finally, he forces it into the 1 versus 1, and Jamanchu's out to heaven. Fires away, baits him off the bomb.
Up again from PRT, going to try force the peek in. And only a matter of time before Jamanchu's forced to face. And he gives it up. 5 HP for PRT, but he stays alive for the 8th to Team 1. And that was the best round we saw out of RBG so far this map up. Well coordinated, well placed for the utility as well. And the T-side players only acting when they knew they were safe to get a 2-for-1 trade. They had a bomb site plant in a 1-on-2. And still, the clutch came in for the CT side.
It's almost like they were listening to me, Jay, in that break. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Getting more outside control. They smoke off lockers. They deal with such great trades around that hell position. They split in through heaven. The entries are fantastic, but look, PRT clutches out in a 1 versus 2. Like, there's not really much you can do there, but just a great clutch to come out from Team 1. Jamanchu going into the vents this time around with no incendiary means that he's up to 100 HP, no damage done. How do they go continue to lower? And they've already lost their lurker.
You said try for some more. You said try for some more lurk plays here on the RBG side, but they haven't worked out for them. Wiz next to fall to Barton, looking for a double up. Can't quite make it happen. The nades on his position don't quite take him down. 5 HP though. Swing out for Mob does get punished, but he does get some damage in. Allow Barton to get his 2K now to a 4 versus 2. Yeah, I don't know how much RBG have much left in this round. They will try and force out towards 3 key 2 players line up. PRT does get punished for the wide face. And now Barton left as the lone player on the site as players coming in from the heaven position though. Up in the rafters, Presidero is going to make his way up. And actually the bottom on his way back towards the B site. Down through the vent by Presidero executes Pony. But now Hex has got to fend off a 1v3.
That's down to the clutch. At least he gets the bomb plant, the extra bit of cash injection. And Barton's incredibly low, but there's still 3 players, and he's got on top of the default silo. That's the first kill. He can try and put down the Molotov. Can he find a second? Yes, he can, but he doesn't expect Pesa to be underneath him. Another one-on-one clutch, 2 rounds in a row, going the way of Team 1, and that's got to hurt so much more for RBG. Mate, welcome to the clutch. I agree with that.
Team 1. 9-1. RBG might not burst out of anything in this T-side half. And again, you know how much this is part of the process yet to be seen. The CT side, however, if it keeps going like this, it's going to be absolutely monster from RBG. For now, they've got rifles back. Again, the bomb plants enabling the AKs to come through for here. Nades on, flashes set, AWP from Maluki, ready for the face up. That shoulder bait's going to get caught, the bomb gets dropped. Opening frag found by Team 1, and Maluki's dipping in for a little bit more, so much more aggressive. T-Sun are up back behind, and they do punish. PRT comes up with a frag, but Hex with 2. 3v3 shut down by Barton. Presidero trading Jamanchu gets us to a 1v1, but with that bomb being dropped back as Squeaky, Moles has positional advantage.
And now it's just the mind games. Jamanchu, he's got so many options here, Jay. He can go back outside into main. He can wrap it to heaven. He can go out through ramp, right into lobby. And Molbs is starting to get a bit of information himself. So he's pushed into the lobby entrance. He's getting a bit of information. Now, if Jamanchu drops down from heaven, he'll hear that. They're going to meet each other. And you've got to think, if Molbs holds this line, he's probably got the advantage here.
He's just going to flick back towards the trophy entrance. Jamanchu, Galil on. Started to move closer and closer. Needs to get this headshot. Checking the corner. He's his man, and he still loses the fight. Looks away at the wrong moment. Checked it a bit too quick. Didn't register that Moles was there. And again, small mistakes from RBG just throwing off these rounds, which, I mean, some of them they should really have at this stage, Dwayne. Some of them have been really, really good from the T side, but they're just not able to convert.
It's 3 one-on-one clutches in a row. Like, honestly, when you lose clutches, it's not exactly like you had any poor calling or anything like that. It's just that you weren't delivering when needed. And Team 1, you call it luck, call it skill, but it's 3 clutches back-to-back, which are just going to continue to hurt the RBG camp. No bomb plant means no chance of a buy. They're going to be on an eco. Oh my goodness, Jay, it's just getting worse by the minute.
It really is. Mac 10's in, Deagle's up. Flashes on 4, 2 smokes, 4 mollies as well, and a HE for RBG to work with him. What is basically a half-by round. Thinking about all these clutches that Team 1 have won, and RBG now just trying to rush their way into the side path. They're going to shut down 2. PRT comes up against Wolco. Bomb out in the open. Wiz and Pony held back inside lobby and outside the entrance of it. Taps up from the Deagle. Mobs gets the kill. Wiz left standing alone. Nades up close towards Barton. USP is going to go for the frag, and the USP is what's going to get that frag as well. 3 kills to his name. 11-1. 10 rounds in the lead. The second tactical is coming in for RBG.
11 rounds in a row too. We saw pistol being won from RBG, and that's it. That's the only round they've got. Dualies to back up the AK, because of course you need an extra bit of weaponry. I mean, you can only just wonder what's being spoken about from the RBG camp. Now, one big thing, actually, their coach, KJ, used to be an analyst for TSM and Liquid back in the day. So he's got a lot of experience in terms of like a coaching analyst kind of role. Maybe he's chiming in this kind of a tech pause, or tactical pause, I should say. They're giving them a bit of experience, maybe a bit of a heads-up play, something. Because, like, some of these rounds have been close, there's no doubt about it. But the end result is they've only still got 1 round, Jay.
That's the problem, right? You know, it's very easy to let your morale sort of drop out this position, because RBG could very easily have had 4 rounds. You know, given if all those 1v1s went a different way, then RBG would be up, the 8-4 at this stage. You know, it would be a very, very different story by comparison. AK is on for the T side. Once again, the rifle's coming in to try to do some damage. Barton and Wiz taking early tags, and RBG need to focus on the here and now, getting something on the board, mounting up some sort of stance for their CT side to work with. And they've got some map control here in round 13.
Pessa was fallen quite deep into the double doors position, sort of allowing this control to come out from secret. Wolco's alone though, so he might be trying to sell a bit of a fake towards his lower bomb site if they want to go for an upper take. Team 1 though have used a fair bit of utility, to say the least, on this CT side. And clock running down to 45 seconds, and I think this is going to be an upper play by the looks of things.
35 seconds, flashes over, T-side players out of the gate. Barton with a headshot, simple as that. Secondary kill found as well. On for a triple. No, Jamanchu finds that trade, but no one getting into that corner. Bomb being dropped. PRT allowed to take out Jamanchu. Well coordinated there on the crossfire, and Maluki is going to shut down the last. 12-1. I have a feeling this is going to be a bit of a whitewash, more so than we would have thought, Blake.
Yeah, I really didn't see this coming into the fold, honestly. I thought that Team 1 still would have won, no doubt about it, but I thought we would have had a little bit more of a contest on the T side. it seems as well, like for RBG, it's so hit and miss on their T side. You know, it comes down to the one-on-one clutches or they just get shut out completely. And we've seen a handful of rounds like that. Early utility, this could be another quick play into the upper bomb side.
PRT with the frag. Hext and Jumanji do get 2 to return for RBG. Damage under Pesadelo as well at the edge of the smoke. Maluki with the orb scoping in, trying to look for a player out here towards heaven. But neither bomb can't hear them. All forcing backwards. Will catch that headshot. Now to 2 standing on the CT side. Team 1 are going to go for this because they've got the money to work with. But as Molds falls, Pesadelo's chances falls drastically in the toilet. Hex with the final frag, and RBG at long last, after 12 rounds of dominance from Team 1, get their second on the T side.
Yeah, look, they needed that. They really did, but it's still really not enough. At Team 1, you've got to think that they've just got the goods to be able to find pretty much an instant response. It seems like Hext has been able to do the majority of heavy lifting when it comes to the firepower. 13 kills and 12 deaths. The only player positive in KD on this T side. Outside control, it's going to be quick again. Oh.
Nades on a Rolco and Wiz. Damaged up. Gap in the smoke zone. Pesadelo. Look, somebody plays the lineup. They haven't checked this position. They think they're safe. And Pony comes up with a kill as a result. Pesadelo with his own frag info, and when they've all crossed towards PRT, takes out the lurker in Jumanji, and the smoke goes down for a bomb plomb, but a 4v3, and Mal's already in position. The nades on, the damage being done. 1 kill found, 2 kills found. Third player backed up at the back of the site. The bomb is on his back as well, sprayed up by Barton, and it's a 13-2 half for RBG, for Team 1, and RBG got a mountain to climb. Don't go anywhere. We're back with the second half after this.
Move that word, but it ain't no D-R-U-G-M-B-M-U-S-I-C. I'm only human. If you cut the skin, I bet I bleed. And when my back against the ropes, put in that work, I lead. I see the vision clear, seeing things that y'all don't see. 2 dogs on the vision, call it 2020.
What are you thinking, Jay? In-game leader Orp and Maluki, maybe?
I don't know if any of them speak English, though.
I got my team up, hit it off from rapping, we stacking, getting my green up. We all leaned up, took it a while, trucking a minute a mile, fucking up every style. You in it now, told her my family is proud. Willing to fight and we proud, bitch, I don't wanna talk, I just walk rock. 100 bands cash, trying to get on my stock. Love all my fans, fuck on my ops. We just make jams, all I make pops. Girls gon' dance, homies I rock. Came too far and we ain't gon' stop. Gave my life and I took my shot. Yeah, rose up top and I took my spot. Yeah. If it's a problem, then we really ready. Yeah, hunted with me and we for the war. My heart is formed and my vision deadly. I've been dialing in my sights, see it 2020.
I don't want your empathy, I just want another enemy. I'm not gonna change a thing for you. I'm over middle ground, and I really wanna burn it down. I'm not your friend, and I won't pretend I am. So don't reach out and I mean that. I'm under siege and I need you to see that. You're on one side, I'm on another, and we will wage war upon each other. I'm no angel, you're not either. I'm at a fever pitch, you're at a leisurely pace. I'm unscathed.
All the promise, all the potential, hello. All from the RBG side seeming to disappear. Team 1 here on the final map of the series, set to take it in the next 3 rounds. Off to their T side, hits coming out, and well, they're completely blind. Pony with 2 frags, at least comes back with the USP here towards main, but as Bartin drops him, it's a 3-on-2 scenario. Bomb does go forward by Wiz, actually. Hold the phone. RBG with a serious chance. Metadero knows that there's 1 player at mini, 1 player at heaven. Tapping up, trying to face up. Molb's going to try and see if he can catch the player off. Wiz forced away. Glock facing, looking for the shot. Damage has been done. RBG now with a pistol HP advantage. A kill coming in. Bomb now not under contest, though. Petadero can get a bomb on. Set up the retake against the RBG side.
The thing is, though, is he saw a player towards heaven a little bit earlier on, Jay, so he thinks he's still there. He wants to try and take the fight towards the outside, but he's only still seen that 1 player. Now I think he knows that there's 2, but it's Wiz that's going to be able to capitalize on 3 kills in the round. That's a massive one for RBG. Team 1, they went quickly into that upper bomb site. They got some early trades, but Wiz started to come out of nowhere and fragging really well in the pistol.
Okay, this is on now. RBG have got a pistol victory, an all-important one at that. The force bites coming in from Team 1 with no bomb plant bonus, though, means it's just going to be pistols out the Deagles, the Tech 9s. But again, we've seen how the Deagles have worked for this Brazilian camp so far in this series. And if RBG over-aggress, they could offer up kills. Could just get forced out by Team 1's players inland here. AUG bursting through the smoke, trying to find those picks back initially. Walco, Hex, taking early damage. Bartin drops down to the vent dive. He's got a bomb on his back, going for an immediate plant. He's backed up by Pesadelo, and there's no rotation from RBG.
Yeah, look, they're going to be playing retake, Jay, but they still need to deal with these lurkers because they've still got some lobby control out for the T side, and Hexter's going to hear some of these footsteps. They need to try and sandwich in. At least they trade it back into a 4 versus 4. There's still 1 more to deal with. That's a big kill for Maluki. It puts it back into a 3-on-3, but it wastes so much time.
Opportunities abound here. And burst through the Molotov coming in to try and force off the bomb farm. That's going to buy some serious time. RBG making their way up. Deagle at PRT gets Pony to fall back in. Secondary pick. Oh, the Deagles, brilliant! And Team 1 return fire with a forced back victory, just like the first half. Oh, that's disastrous for RBG.
Make this a storyline, right? RBG win both pistols, and they've won 3 rounds. Like, you just can't fathom. They won both pistols, and they've only been able to get 1 more round after that. Team 1 on these anti-ecos have just been fantastic today.
Nuke down, burst through from PRT, dropping into the vent dive, going back on towards the B site so quickly here. Bomb on his back, 2nd player behind him. They're already bursting in. No rotations, fans. They're still keeping their eyes on the ramp room, and Jamanchu will get overwhelmed by Bartin. 5v4 now for the retake. RBG flushed out of the site, probably flushed out of the round of this stage. I don't even know. I mean, they have to go for the retake because they can't afford to let this go to match point, but they're being suppressed, taken apart. 2 more kills coming in as Wiz stands alone. And this definitely is not a round for him. It's not a round for RBG at all. 15-3. Match point for Team 1, and it looks like they are going to get swamped out of server.
Yeah, look, it really does. And look, for RBG, the silver lining, I guess, was the first map of Vertigo, taking us to at least a 3rd, but Train and Nuke, Jay, have just been so out of the water. That second half from Team 1 when they were on their CT side was fantastic, and they've proved again on Nuke how strong their CT side can be. Going on to the T side, they only need 1 more round, and even just look at the buy from RBG.
Damage done to Walco to start, bursts up. Sprays through, damage done, but no kills early on. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this stage because as RBG look to press forward, they're probably just going to get shut down anyway. Team 1 will take some damage on wallbangs, but nothing much in significance. Smokes up from RBG trying to suppress their fate, but the fate's incoming. This defensive has got to be everything for them, else they will be out. 12 match points, 12 to the comeback of OT. And a minute to the clock here for Team 1.
And they've got a fair bit of control too, trying to force the CTs as sort of passive as possible. A big kill from PRT, and that now opens up the opportunity for an upper split, but Hexter's going to at least find one. He needs to do a little bit more. He's done a massive amount of damage, but now it's a 4-on-2.
Wiz naded out, Jumanchu on side, dropped that bomb part, tries to transfer the spray back in the back lines, but Mobs comes up against both of the last CT